What is up, guys? Zebec, Pact, Tether, payroll credit and fees. We shall get into it today. I hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday, actually. So let's go ahead and get directly straight into it here. And shout out to our brother Crypto Crossroads Show, who he's the first person I seen to talk about Pact here. We'll share his channel right here for everyone. Definitely go check out his channel. He has some deeper videos on Pact. You can see he has about 4 or 5 or 6 videos on it. But I wanted to just introduce it to you guys, as you know, this will be the first time I formally introduced Pact to you guys as a channel. So shout out to our brother Crypto Crossroads Show. Definitely give him a like and subscribe. But the whole premise and conversation that we're gonna have, guys, is around fees, right? I keep harping on this with Zebec, and we're gonna look at an article in which a crypto research firm came out with, okay, the difference between, the broken link between tokens and revenue and fees, right? If we look at Zebec's tokenomics, which I've shared with you guys before, we see that Zebec is actually going to bring revenue to the token, right? And I said it before, the coins that actually bring revenue from stable coins and bring it into their token, those are the ones that are going to win for us retail holders, right? So Zebec's one of the ones that does that. Pact could be one of the ones that do that if they do some changing in tokenomics, and we'll talk about that coming up here soon. But definitely, guys, if you go look at Pact right now, it's sitting at a small market cap. I think the market cap somewhere, they say NA on CryptoRank.io, but I think the market cap somewhere under 10 million, right? We can double check this with CoinGecko. Let me bring up CoinGecko here so we can double check. But it's a very, very small market cap. And with some of the partners that it has, including Tether, which you see on the thumbnail, right? Let me share that with you guys here. Go back to our shared screen. So Pact's market cap right here, say NA on CryptoRank.io. But if we go ahead and look at CoinGecko, they tell us market cap is just minuscule here, 3.447 million, right? Here recently, it's gotten a little bit of love, but at an under 10 million market cap, there's a lot more love to go for Pact. In teaming with the likes of Tether and M-Pesa, right? We talked about M-Pesa here recently when we were talking about ADI and Zebec. There's a lot more value, I think, in this token left here, which is why I'm bringing it to you guys. Shout out to the Patreon. You guys in the Patreon, you guys got this first. We just did our open mic last night with the Patreon. We went a whole 4 hours of dropping nothing but gas. Okay, guys. So shout out to the Patreon. Less than a cup of coffee per month for the Patreon. Definitely check that out. Links are in the description. But let's go to the article, which kind of really gives you one of the biggest reasons why Pact is kind of killing it out here. They're working with Tether. So as Circle is to Zebec, it seems Tether is to Pact. So Tether leads a $7 million Series A, Pact Labs to expand USDT across payroll and payments. And notice it's the regulated Tether, right? So Pact is working with regulated Tether to expand that across payroll and payments, right? Because largely Pact is a credit company, okay? And shout out to my Coin Vault crew. We also showed this on the Coin Vault. We talked about Pact as well. Shout out to Coin Vault. We'll share Coin Vault channel if you guys haven't seen it. We'll share that at the end here too as well. See here, Tether, the largest company in digital asset ecosystem, today announced that it led a 7 million Series A financing round in Pact Labs with participation from Blockchains Ventures and Lasagna. I think we went over this before when we had it on the Coin Vault, but now it's here on my channel. The investment will support Pact Labs development as a core infrastructure and provider for USDT across payroll, earned wage access, credit, and everyday payments. So very huge there. Zebec also, when they made the deal with Algorand, said that they were going to get into earned wage access, okay? And with companies like Payroll, Zebec said they were going to get into this as well. But here we have Pact getting into this as it pertains to Tether, okay? So very, very interesting there. Tether, by leaps and bounds, is the biggest stablecoin in the crypto space. So for Pact to work with them is really saying something here. But let's have a conversation here about the broken link between protocol revenues and token performance. So this is a larger conversation, right? And I think it's a fitting conversation. We've talked about this within the last couple of months as things have come up with Zebec and Burns, with different other tokens and Burns. This is from Castle Labs, a digital asset research and advisory company available on the X platform. This is a really, really nice thing. We're going to touch on few different things in the article. And as always, guys, as we finish our information, guys, we'll go ahead and get into the comments and talk to everybody in the comments once the information portion of the show is over. I see some of the regulars in the chat here. WF Capital Management. I see Moonfeather. I love the name change, Moonfeather. I like it. The guidance matrix, that's pretty dope. What's up, Silver Days? What's up, Christopher Offit? What's up, Carlton Way One? What's up, Joseph Ray One? Yeah, let's get at it, guys. And what's up, King Pound One? First in the chat there. So yeah, let's continue on here. So the large thing that they're saying here is a broken link between protocol revenues and token performance. And they break it down into basically 4 categories, right? And most times token holders are looking to find the answer to the following. How does the protocol generate revenue, and is it sustainable? How do they distribute this revenue, and do token holders accrue value from it? How much of the token value goes towards emissions, including inflation, unlocks, and incentives? Is there any existing equity distribution that grants greater rights than those of the current holders? Okay, so, and they set it up very well here. Not all revenues are the same. This is a result of how the industry was built from the beginning, but the situation is evolving, and so are the questions being asked by investors when evaluating any token, focusing on a product's revenue generation, spending, and token holder value accrual, marking a shift from gambling to investing. And that's really it, right? And this is really when you become kind of a grown-up investor in the space, right? You go away from hopium to, okay, is this token really getting value accrued to it, right? Some people are still in the hopium degen phase. When you go to certain coins, you know what I mean? We don't have to point them out, but certain coins are, in the hopium phase. But when you kind of grow up as an investor, you're looking at what's the best value, what's the best investment. Sometimes too, you might look at the hype and what's the best trade. I teach to my guys in the chat, in the Patreon, there's a difference between investing There's a difference between investing and trading, right? So there's investing and then there's trading. When you're trading, you might want hype. But if you're investing, you know what you've researched and you're confident and you're waiting for a certain price target, different things like that. So, but let's continue on here. So, crypto revenue sources and allocation. The base question before getting into the argument about value accrual to the token holders is quantifying the revenue generated by major products and how it's distributed. So, in this analysis, they consider different protocols: Aave, Aerodrome, Hyperliquid, Pump Fund, Sky, and Uniswap. Okay. So, Aerodrome, they say, they generate revenue from fees and swaps on external voting incentives, bribes. Similarly, Uniswap charges fees on swaps contributing to its revenue. So one of the things you'll notice with Uniswap is kind of similar to Pact that we're looking at Pact today, right? Pact has Pact Labs, and a lot of the value from Uniswap just used to go to Uniswap Labs. So there wasn't really much in token. The token was just governance. But ever since the new administration, Uniswap has been working to change this. They've implemented burns. They've done some buybacks. So they're actually trying to bring value to the token now, right? Sky and Aave here. So Sky does it. Stability fees are charged on collateralization of loans, liquidation penalties, PEG stability module trading fees, interest earned from direct deposit modules, and real world assets. So all of these are things that you can consider when we think about Zebec and what they're doing with the super app. We know that they can get fees in remittance payments, streaming to you, you using a card swipe, you taking money off the platform. There are many different ways that Zebec can generate fees there. And of course, same thing with Pact, which Pact right now is just a governance token, but should they implement some of these fees, they can also bring value to the token as well, right? And here's some of the ways that Aave generates fees from revenue, interest, spread rate, interest rate, spread paid by the borrowers, flash loans, liquidation penalties, and stability fees from its native stablecoin. Pump Fund generates revenue from trading swap fees and graduation fees charged when newly created tokens reach a market capitalization. So these are different ways these different coins bring revenue, or tokens bring revenue into their platform, right? The revenue allocation of most protocols is usually split between token holders and the treasury. The details come down to specific protocol mechanisms and governance in place for handling this division. And then they get to one of the major ways we know that companies do this, which is buybacks. Currently, token holders accrue value in two major ways: buybacks and fee distribution. Buybacks are one of the easiest ways for projects to distribute value to token holders, albeit indirectly, by using revenue to buy tokens and burn them. And sometimes burn them. Sometimes, like Zebec, they buy them back and they put them in the treasury, which is what they're going to say here, right? Buybacks usually return tokens to the protocol treasury for future incentives or even staking rewards. For example, Aave directs buyback tokens to the treasury, and then in some cases, they burn them, right? Hyperliquid performs a buyback and a burn programmatically and has to date burnt over 47 million hype tokens, around 4.72 of its supply. Uniswap performed 100 million uni token burn in December 2025 and has to date cumulatively burned 107 million Uniswap tokens, approximately 11% of the total supply, sourced from its fees it enabled, right? Burning isn't necessarily present in all tokens and is highly nuanced in the way that burns are carried out. In the past, for example, BNB used to run quarterly burns. However, these were often less effective than users expected because they burned from non-circulating tokens. So see, burning isn't always the end all be all, right? Because if you're like this example they gave, Binance burned from non-circulating tokens. So it had no effect on the price really, right? So, you know, this is why when we look at things like Zebec and we look at what they're doing with the fees, we go over here, right? And we scroll up and we see institutional clients and employers using Zebec's payroll platform are required to pay service and product fees in ZBCN. Employers may hold ZBCN directly to do it or just use stablecoin balances, which are automatically converted to ZBCN at the time fees are assessed. So there will always be liquidity in the ZBCN token because as people are getting paid, the fees from that streaming payroll are automatically converted into ZBCN at the time that the fees are assessed. Okay. This mechanism creates ongoing usage-driven demand for ZBCN directly tied to payroll volume and enterprise adoption, right? So let's go back here. So yeah, buybacks and burns alone won't save a project from down-only tokenomics or declining revenues and should be considered within a broader framework across the buy and sell sides of every single protocol. Okay. So you say the beauty of a token over time, crypto products have grown and generated significant revenue, but revenue doesn't always necessarily mean the token will perform better. The revenue doesn't always flow to the token, right? Which we know. There is an equity token split, which makes token holders secondary citizens. Like one of the examples they use is Ripple stock has been performing very, very well, right? While the token is down 45% over the same period. Again, we know Ripple's kind of a special case when you think about Ripple being kind of a possible world reserve currency, possibly the internet of value, if you will, in which, the XRP token can translate to any value, any derivative, so it's kind of a special case, right? In which we have it would take way too long to explain here, but I'm still very high on the XRP token, right? Even though the stock to date right now probably has outperformed it, right? Higher unlock velocity increases expected sell pressure. Even when the revenue sharing exists, a higher rate supply unlock schedule can push the token down, as explained above in our discussion of token emissions. And, we can think of some things like this when we talk about Canton, right? Where how they have the burn mint equilibrium, where the minting of tokens, right, might outweigh the burn at some point in time and the price might go down. Like we're seeing a little bit right now, right? And of course, people criticize Ripple for this too, because they have the unlocks, the monthly unlocks in which they might sell some tokens to the market, but they might lock some tokens back up. So these are all things that you have to think about when you think about different tokenomics, right? Now, here's one of the things that's pretty interesting, and you can see different coins have kind of used this, right? On the surface, a dividend could seem like a better option as users earn stable coins tied to the tokens they hold and are free to do whatever they want with them. In a sense, when you look at the Metallicus ecosystem and how, quote unquote, they don't call it staking, it's like a borrowing and lending, but essentially the lending is almost like a staking in which they essentially pay you a dividend in the loan token, and you can do whatever you want with the loan token, as in, restate the loan token or do whatever with the loan token. We won't talk about Metallicus today, but we'll bring this back up when we talk about Metallicus in the future. So I just wanted to bring some of these thoughts up with you guys, right? Because I thought this was a good article, and people definitely should keep this in mind when they're talking about tokens. I know this isn't the sexiest topic in the world, but it is a real and a valuable topic for people to understand. And I just wanted to make sure I bring it up to you guys, because we want to we want to make sure that we're as transparent as possible here, right? So, saying this, both Zebec and Pact, Zebec and Pact have the ability to use these fees and bring value to their token. But at the moment, at least for Pact, it seems like mostly it's governance. But here's something I want to bring your attention. They're working with a company called Credu and MiniPay. And it says here, powered by Pact Labs. But if you scroll down on it, you see that these guys are also connected to M-Pesa. And they're an off-ramp when it comes to M-Pesa, right? So they say Credu Mini Credit is connecting users to credits and loans, the most important financial building block. So in this area with Credu, which is connected to Pact Labs, they're able to make loans, right? But with this, they also need an off-ramp, and they have multiple off-ramps here, including M-Pesa, right? And just to remind you, let's play that video we played about M-Pesa when Doc was on here. Let's bring that video back and remind you of who M-Pesa is. And just remember, M-Pesa is connected to Pact here as an on and off ramp for this Credu and MiniPay. They're connected to ADI as well, which ADI is working with M-Pesa. Okay, multiple articles say this, and Zebec is working with ADI. Okay, so there's multiple connections here with M-Pesa for Pact, for ADI, and then ADI is working with Zebec. Okay, well, let's play this over here again.
Kenya is in the midst of a handheld revolution.
The mobile phone is people's first interaction with technology in a meaningful way, and sometimes their only way.
Everybody has prepaid phone line.
1 second, I'm trying to turn it up. There we go.
And data here is very affordable. You can buy a megabyte for about 1 US cent.
Easy access to phone lines and cheap data means the majority of Kenya's population can now connect to the internet.
Most Kenyan, about 90%, regularly access internet through the mobile phone.
That means the solutions coming from here are going to be based on a small screen model.
Safaricom is Kenya's largest cell phone service. They seized a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, releasing a product called M-Pesa.
It's the leading mobile money payment system in the world, and 60% of the user base doesn't have a bank account.
It enables a mobile phone to work like a debit card. During a transaction, money is deducted from a prepaid account connected to a user's phone.
M-Pesa wasn't needed in the West because everybody already had credit cards and bank accounts. So basically what Safaricom has created is another bank.
Money can be sent to other users and bills can be paid. Even purchases can be made at stores.
Now everyone depends on it as a way of transferring money.
The only significant change in money since credit cards 60 years ago is M-Pesa. The transaction costs for it are so minimal that banks cannot compete with it.
But it has limitations too. Right now, it's only active in a handful of countries. High-tech competitors like Google are trying to replicate M-Pesa's success on a larger scale.
Google would like to be able to do their payment card system in a lot of countries across the developing world.
Google is currently testing Beba, a cashless payment system, on Nairobi's city buses.
Many other societies across the world will eventually adopt mobile money transfer systems similar to M-Pesa.
So really awesome there. Like M-Pesa basically gave the blueprint to Google to try to replicate this. And, you know, Zebec has had talks with Google. So that's very interesting there. Just to show you here, again, we kind of read the article here where Pact, they're also connecting instant and global payroll here. And you can see through this company called PayActive, they have some big partners here, ADP as well, Uber, Pizza Hut, Walmart, Paychecks. Okay. So all we need is for Pact to bring some value to the token. And shout out to Crypto Crossroads. He had a little post on this, but also I was checking out their white paper. And if you look at page 16 in their white paper, they say, for example, we are used a protocol fee of 0.25 on the origination and 0.5 for the securitization. Pact fees are indicative and subject to change based on the Pact tokenomics and governance. So they already set up that, hey, at some point we can change this over and make these fees go elsewhere based on our governance and tokenomics, right? But again, like Zebec, I think they want to do customer capture first, make it kind of free and low until they capture all the customers they need, and then they'll start implementing the raising of fees, like like a Netflix, if you will, or different things like Twitter, where they added the blue check mark, where it was no longer they just gave it to you, you had to pay for it, different things like that. Shout out to Crypto Crossroads Show. He just mentioned this here and he tagged me. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Should Focus Digital too. He just recently had a Crypto Crossroads Show on his channel. So definitely go check out our brother Shook as well. Here's a screenshot of the recent Pact DAO proposal that was passed. There are a few products that Pact is providing outside of earned wage access. Debit and credit cards are listed for as products. A ZBCN partnership would be great. You can see here he has, let's show the image in a different tab. See if we can zoom in on it. Here we go. This section establishes the permanent protocol fee structure and the Pact token buyback mechanism. So it does seem like they're doing a buyback at least, all right? So it's more than just governance. Available to all protocol revenue streams, effective upon passage, protocol fee schedule, all products. And then they give you kind of the basis points for the different products that they have. Mortgage origination and settlement, consumer loan origination, earned wage access, crypto debit card and credit card, syndication and securitization. You know, regardless of how much these fees are, we don't really care as much, but we know that they're going to contribute to this buyback, right? Revenue allocation, the waterfall, all protocol fees collected under said, under said structure, including BSF fees under Part 1, and all future protocol fees shall be allocated as follows unless modified by a subsequent DAO vote. So they're already doing these buybacks here as of a recent proposal. So shout out to Crypto Crossroads Show for this. He posted this today. We definitely want to highlight our brother's research and definitely go over there and give him a like and subscribe and follow. So shout out to you, Crypto Crossroads. And let's get into our comments here. Again, if Pact is already rubbing elbows with M-Pesa, they're already rubbing elbows with Tether, they're rubbing elbows, it seems, with Paychex and ADP and all of these guys as well here. Just a matter of time until these buybacks take effect, and you could be getting into this thing right now at a under $4 million market cap. Just saying. So might be something to look at here with Pact sitting at a market cap of under 4 million. Again, it seems like they're making inroads to have this be more than just governance here, and we'll start doing more coverage on this. But shout out to our brothers in the space, Maximus Crypto Crossroad Show, and Shook Focus Digital, which I see Shook in the chat there. Shout out to you, Shook. Let's bring up his channel here. And definitely go check out the show Shook and Crypto Crossroad Show just did here on the channel. I think they did it live. There you go. Have you heard of Pact? So definitely go check that out. And let's start at the top here. What's up, King Pound, Brother Rue? What's good, my brother? Another day of knowledge indeed. Let's freaking go, Zebec. Let's give him. Hey, he's leaving with something over here. He's leaving with something.
Yeah. I see a big tray. I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Let's go. Shout out to Denzel Washington. And definitely don't forget to like and subscribe here, guys. We got there we go. Definitely like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already, to the channel. We're well on our way here to 10,000 subs. We're sitting at 9,777 or something like that. So about 230 away from 10K. It's been a great road the last year here. Massive growth on the channel, which I can't tell you I appreciate so much, man. Even between, me having a full-time day job and getting in these shows, there's been so much growth, man. Thank you guys so much for that. Thank you guys in the Brew Crew. Thank you guys in the Patreon. Really appreciate every single one of you guys. Definitely come over and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And definitely check out some of the creators. We already see one in the house here. Mooney, the Guidance Matrix. We see another one in the house with Shook Focus Digital. Shout out to Shook. I'm sure Max might be in the house here listening. Shout out to Underdog Research Channel. Shout out to our brother Crypto Crossroad Show, which we just featured as well. Shout out to you guys. What's up, WF Capital Management? Rue Crew in the building. Let's go. Joseph Ray. What's up, Rue? Zebec. Yeah. Always a fun time here. And on the show, let's continue. Hey. Love it. Let's see here. Akira Nova. Hit that like button, my friends. What's up, Ron? Yo. I. Let's give you the Brother King Pound the show now.
When I say, who's the master? You say, no.
Indeed. Brother Silver Days in the house. Let's go, Silver Days. Let's go, Rue. Let's give Silver Days to Rick James. Rick James.
What did the five fingers say to the face?
What?
Slap!
Shout out to the Chappelle Show in here. Days was up. Smash the likes and subscribe, everyone. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's up, Carlton Way in the house? Zebec to the moon, indeed. Zebec to the clouds, at least not to the moon. What's up, Mooney in the house? The Guidance Matrix. Hey, guys, happy Sunday. Indeed, Mooney called it. The Clarity Act did not pass. Did not pass. I know they're talking about clutcher or whatever that is. And from what I've seen, they say that that's basically they're putting it up to vote for the vote on September 15th, right? You can't, like, in the immortal words of Kevin Samuels, you can't make this shit up, right? Like, literally, this is what our tax dollars are paying for, that they're putting it on a vote to vote for it, right? And it's been over a year. This is like supreme, in my opinion, supreme mismanagement. I think Mr. Mann has a nice post where he explained it. I also saw a nice post from Coach JV explaining this. Okay, here it is from Mr. Mann. Shout out to Mr. Mann. I want to clarify the closure process for you. People are banking on dates. The Clarity Act September 15th date is not a vote on clarity itself. It's a vote about whether the Senate will force its way past the procedural barrier that is preventing it from formally taking up clarity. Here's what's actually happening. The Senate is unusual because simply having a majority that wants a bill does not necessarily mean the majority can bring the bill forward and vote on it. Senators have very broad rights to continue to debate. That ability can be used to prevent the Senate from getting the substantive vote at all, what we normally call a filibuster. Cloture is the mechanism for shutting that down. I hope I'm saying these certain words right. Senate Rule, I think that's 22, essentially says if there are enough senators that agree, debate can be limited and the Senate can force the matter forward. For ordinary legislation, that normally requires 3/5 of the entire Senate, which would be 60 senators if all 100 seats are filled. Okay, and he's included a PDF of the rules so you can continue to learn. Thank you for that, Mr. Mann. I think I shared this. Yep. So hopefully they just force it through, right? At this point, it's just, I guess it'll all happen in its right time, I guess, right? Moon Feather Rising, Silver Days giving some love to Mooney. Silver Days, holla! from Mooney there. Smash the like and subscribe buttons. Yes, indeed. Woo, woo, woo. Let's see here. 001, perhaps, I hope. Noob Smoke. No, I don't. I hope ZBCN doesn't go down to 001. But if it does, that'll be fine. I still believe in the project. I still haven't sold anything. They're still out here making moves with Stellar. They have the Stellar Enterprise app ready. They have MoneyGram embedded within the super app. They just keep making move after move after move, right? And shout out to Rob, Crypto Future. We were talking about the latest spaces together. And I tell you what, like, the fact that MoneyGram is embedded within Zebec's app and people are still calling them like scammy. That's crazy talk, right? Like who else name like a crypto project that's working with MoneyGram? There's not too many of them, right? Like Stellar, Zebec, maybe Ripple, right? But you know, excellent. I believe in ZBCN. I pray that I can acquire more in the future. What's up, Jason Hogan? What's up, my guy Jose De La Torre? What's up, Rue? Let's go, Zebec. No Clarity Act as forecast, and we said it here on Rue's show. Let's go, Mooney. Yes, indeed, we did say that on the show that we did, the 100-year cycle. Definitely go check that show out, guys. Let me bring up the channel so I can show you guys that show. Definitely go check that out here. The 100-year cycle. And I need to give you a collaboration link for that, Moonfeather. But also Moonfeather's information is within the description of the chat. Or like we showed you here, if you scroll down on the homepage, her link is there as well. Let's continue on here. What's up, that one guy? MiCA compliant Euro market alone will get that cap high. Shit. I need to get a quote from I need to get a clip from that. The Wire. Shout out to Isaiah Whitlock, who recently passed. That's his quote right there. That shit. Shout out to him. Shout out to Shook Focus Digital in the house. We just got through highlighting Brother Shook's channel. We had a banger on the open mic night, in which Shook dropped some gems in the open mic. Shout out to Shook. Phantom Beat. I'm almost on time. Hi, everybody. What's up, Phantom Beat? Phantom Beat's in here. Let's give Phantom Beat. Phantom Beat is putting cases on all you.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Phantom Beats putting cases on all y'all out here. Let's continue on. Talk about buying the dip. Let's freaking go. Futsters, come out and play. Yay! Shout out to King Pound with that one. Tony, yes, no more Futsters. I don't see him. Do you? Yeah, I don't see him anymore after this, right? MoneyGram coming aboard and all of that. And as Simon said, they seem to be putting the finishing touches on the Ripple deal. Legal is working through that. Who said lasagna? I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry too over here. Tony, yes, I might have to go grab some pasta. All right, after this show here. What's up, Dave F? How's it going, Rue? What's up? Tyran Copeland in the house with the salutes. Let's go. King Pound, nice old school reference. What's up, Digital Nomad Investor? King Pound says, thank you, sir. Boston Moore's Zebec Bass getting fatter and fatter out here. Let's go. Nairobi got some true fine bee hatches, according to that guy. What do you mean by it? What do you mean by
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by
that? I know exactly what he means by that. Just needed a reason to play that Drewski clip. Just bought some more myself. Let's go here. Well, sorry to hear anybody's down at the current prices. I know I've been buying through like the whole kind of thing, but initially my buy was at the 0007 when we first got into it as a group here on the channel. Shout out to the Patreon, But again, this is a crypto bear market, guys, right? Bitcoin is at a low, right? Solana, Ethereum, you name it. It's not just Zebec, right? But again, solar eclipse is coming up in a couple days. Jim Cramer said he sold all his Bitcoin, and we know about the inverse Cramer. Shout out to Shook Folks Digital. I know he mentioned that on his Patreon here. So there's a lot of things where we might just have a little pump in the market in the next few weeks, or the next week, next few days, I should say. So, hey, that might change in the next few days. I'm thinking 1.5 cents in 2027. I think that might actually be a low estimate, King Pound, especially if we get to the point, again, we know 2027 clarity or genius will be in full effect. Hopefully by then we have clarity, and it should be on like popcorn, right? I think this is like one of the few things that we're waiting on in the market, right? I know different people have talked about it. Hey, let's bring up Sandy Call. She's talked about it. We'll play a little clip from Sandy Call right quick. We know she's Franklin Templeton. She's high brass at Franklin Templeton. And she mentioned, let's bring that clip up right quick. We'll just play the beginning of it. Shout out to Coinage for this video. And if you don't know who Sandy Cole is, she's the head of digital assets at Franklin Templeton.
We got up to about 4 trillion in this last bull market. I think we're going to see multiples of that move into crypto. We could get 20, 30, maybe even north of that in terms of total money moving into the ecosystem. Demand for the native cryptocurrencies by people who are actually operating businesses in the space, I think is going to surge. Just the fact that everybody says by October the markets are going to turn, the markets will probably start to turn prior to October. That anticipation of that event, people are going to want to be positioned before that. Every time.
So her saying that she thinks the markets are going to be turning before October, right? Because people are going to want to front run October. I said this exact thing on the Coin Vault game show, right? The Crypto Verdict. Definitely check out the Crypto Verdict. I think I was one of the few people that argued that, right? So Sandy Call thinks the same here. We also played clips from a member of Hex Trust who said the same thing and was referring to Canton with this, right? So again, coming up here in October, we might have a little bit of turning around of this market, right? Should give some love to Mooney there. Tony S says minimum cent and a half beginning 2027. And King Pound says, Tony, my man.
My man.
Indeed. I'm stacking, and stacking is the big long-term bag and short-term bag. Hit her all day in the house with the new icon, I think. New avatar. What's up, Ruel? What's up, Tony and my peeps? Shook, King, Dave, Silver, Phantom, and all. Man, we better be leaving with something. Let's go. Hey.
Yeah. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Indeed. Hit her all day. Hit her OG legend. Indeed. Yeah, we definitely leave it with something. Let's go, Chuck. Charmizzle in the house. What's up, guys? That's right, my great brothers. Hitter all day. Derek Trullo. What's good, Rue? Will you be on Crypto Vault game show tomorrow? Yes, I will be on the game show tomorrow. I took a little seat on this Thursday, and I will be on the game show tomorrow. Fun times, can't wait. I've seen some of the questions. I think it's going to be a spicy show tomorrow. Can't wait. It's a fun time on the game show. So yeah, I will be there tomorrow. Oh yeah, once this hits 1, that'll be the new floor. Yeah, I don't think we get down to 1. I think there's going to be, like Sandy Cole just said here, I think that people are going to be front running October, and here we are sitting in August. You know, October, it ain't too far away, right? Less than 2 months away now, right? So, and again, we're getting the solar eclipse, right? Solar eclipse tends to be a bullish time for Bitcoin. So I think we get some turnaround here in the next couple of days. Just mark it. I really do think we get some turnaround in the next couple of days here. Let's see here. Where are we? Let's continue on here. Hit my man, Silva. Let's go. Shook. Let's go, boys. Let's see here from La Barber Upholstery. La Barber Upholstery. Is Zebec going to have a better pump than XRP before 2027? That's a good question. That's a really good question. In terms of ROI, I would probably say yes, Zebec would. Again, thinking that payroll happens first, and once clarity kind of gets kicked into play, Zebec's already got the super app out there, already got the remittance payments in play. I think it's quite possible we see Zebec pump before XRP. And of course, Zebec's market cap is smaller than XRP's. So having Zebec pump, you know, it'll take less to pump Zebec again than XRP. So I would vote for Zebec when it comes to your question there. Dave F, let's go. Derek Truho with 200 jewels. I know creators have been asking, they're like, what are these freaking jewels, man? Right? Oh, let's go. Jamming. Ruel, Max, Rob, need to have a crypto cookout and invite the fellas. Indeed. That'd be awesome. Yeah, we get Future out of frigid Canada. Canada, right? I'm just joking around with the pronunciation of Canada. Get Future out of Canada, make him come down here with his boys in the hot, sunny Arizona area and have a little cookout. Sounds like a plan. Invite some hot mujeres, and so we can all be having something. So we can all be leaving here with something. Yeah. Well, we we have to be careful with that because Rob, he has a family. We'll make sure that Rob's, we'll make sure that Rob's chill. But as far as me and Max, we're two free agents out here. So we're fine with the mujeres, with the chicas out here. What's up, Shawnee Sean 06? Mad Muscle, Mad Prayer, Mad Muscle. Trump needs to sign an executive order. Yeah, I know. I definitely think Trump needs to do that. I know I gave him the Kobe Bryant job's not done because I know he said something about Bitcoin solving the dollar or something like that. No, we need to get this clarity done. That might just have to happen. Forget the games and just make it happen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's done it before with certain things, right? Where he's just made it happen. Like, I know, shout out to him. He sent money to the troops. He just made it happen. Like, he's just like, look, we're sending them out checks. It's done. I did it. And people were like, whoa, you're supposed to do that through the Senate, blah, 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 blah. No, he sent out checks to the troops that helped out with the Venezuela thing, and he did it before Christmas, and he was like, I did it. I sold some barrels of oil or whatever from the Venezuelan thing, and I did it. Like, so shout out to Trump for the troops, right? But like, he if he wants to have an executive order and make it happen, he could, right? I'll back up and send me if this gets to 0.001. Yes, indeed, Freddy Cat. Indeed. I think Zebec would go no lower than the February lows. The Clarity Act should have something written in it about punishing people who commit wrench attacks. Make crypto holders a protected class. Well, I know, like, it's crazy because all these different countries, Russia, I think it was something like some Asian country also has passed clarity in their particular countries. So we're really falling behind. And that's the thing that Trump said he didn't want to have happen. Didn't want to fall behind China. He didn't want to fall behind. Well, we're falling behind. So I don't know. Make it happen, right? I heard that someone posted that with Russia, the crypto people are limited in the amount of crypto they can buy. I hope nothing like that ever happens with clarity, right? Because in certain instances, we are limited, right? If you look at things, certain crypto things like Hyperliquid, we can't technically use it. It's not available in America for those perps, right? And there's certain things like that where they do limit us as Americans. But I hope there's no limits on the crypto that we can purchase, because they always like to say things like they're doing it for our benefit or for our safety, and it's just simply not the case, right? It's really just gatekeeping. So I hope that's not one of the things that they do limit us as far as the amount of crypto we can have. What's up, Bloopity Bloop? What's up, Crypto Crossroads Show? We definitely highlighted your research, brother. Let's go, Rukru, Zebec, and Pact. And I definitely mentioned you. Salutations, Detroit 313 in the house. Thank you. I think Detroit 313 recently just joined the Patreon. Salute, brother. Thank you for joining the Patreon. Nice to see you, brother, in the Patreon. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Shout out to our brother Underdog Research Channel in the house. Definitely great seeing you, Underdog Research Channel. We got to get another collaboration going too, brother. You, me, and Saint. Let's definitely get that going. Shout out to our brother Underdog Research Channel. Let's see what Underdog has going on, what he has cooking. I thought I saw you having a show cooking today, brother. Maybe it just finished. Let's go over to our channel here. So if you need to know where to find Underdog, you can just mosey on down. Definitely like and subscribe. Mosey on down here. And you see Underdog right here. Definitely give him a click. Give him a like and subscribe here. So yeah, that's one. I know Plume just announced some news themselves with the DTCC. I think Underdog has a video covering that. Yes. Here it is right here. Scheduled to come out on the 11th, guys. So definitely check that out. Plume is a sleeper out here, and they just got a deal done with the DTCC. So shout out to Plume. And I think you did another update on Mitch O'Connell. I swear I've heard some people call Mitch O'Connell Murder Mitch, but I don't know if that's accurate. I might be just making that up, or I think that might be a rapper's name. But I know you have another video coming with Mitch O'Connell. Or maybe it already came out, or it's scheduled. But you know, shout out to our brother Underdog Research Channel. Hugo loves Monica Long in the house here. If you say XRP and Ripple 3 times, Jetpack magically appears like Beetlejuice. That's freaking hilarious, bro. XRP, XRP, XRP. LOL. Zebec, let's go, Root. You got me rolling on that one, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know what to play for you for that one. That was a
Gotcha, bitch.
That was a good one right there. That's a couple clips with some explicit language. We'll see how that plays for the algorithms. But let's continue on here. Where were we in our comments? Let's continue on. Okay. 313 East Side. Oh, okay. Digital Nomad Investor. I didn't know you were from Detroit. Let's see. I grew up on the east side of Detroit, but I lived mostly on the west side. And it's crazy. Detroit is I think it's like this in every city, right? Where the east siders and the west siders are like, man, those east siders, bro, those west siders, bro. Every city is like this, right? Uh 313 East Side all day, every day. Yeah, like our first house was on Robin Wood and 7 Mile, I think, on the east side, off the Fisher Freeway. So my corn name is Barry Robinwood, which is like that's the sweet corn name, if you will, Barry Robinwood. That's just like golden right there, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Indeed, lining up to be beautiful autumn. Yes, it is. It is lining up to be a beautiful autumn. October is just around the corner, fam. What's up, E in the house? I'm moderator in our Telegram. Appreciate you, E. Pop up the likes, indeed. What's up, Thriving Lantern in the house? Definitely check out Thriving Lantern's channel as well. The ZBCN Global channel. Let's check out Thriving Lantern's last show as well. See if we can bring this up here. The whole community's out today. Very nice to see it. Very nice to see it. Oh man, if I could spell away. Okay, there we go. So check it out. We got Throbbing Lantern, and we got 314 Crypto. Shout out to 314 Crypto as well. Definitely a great great value with our brother 314 Crypto's tweets and his information as well. Okay, so you guys got a group show going on. I love it. I love it. Zebec Rick James, 5 figures to the face. Darknesses. Oh, let's play that clip one more.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
Indeed. Shout out to Dave Chappelle there. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Let's continue on in our comments here. Invest with Doc in the house today. You got all the creators in the house today. Shout out to Invest with Doc. Definitely come check out the show that we did. Let's get that one pulled up as well and get Doc's channel pulled up. Definitely give Doc like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. You come over to the channel, you mosey on over to the channel again, and you go down. It should be in my collaborations, right? Okay, yeah. So you mosey on down to my collaborations here. You see the show that we did with Near here, which is criminally underviewed right here, right? For whatever reason, I don't know why the algorithm doesn't like Near shows, but that was a banger of a show. You definitely guys should go check it out. And we did one which we did on both his channel and mine here. Nobody's best kept secret nobody's talking about with Zebec. But then let's check Doc out on his channel. So we got Doc and I'm not sure who this guy is here, but definitely go over there and check him out. And of course, we got me and Max right here. So 2/3 of the Coin Vault crew here. I'm sure if we looked hard enough, we'd find one here with Rob as well. Shout out to the Coin Vault. There we go. So there's Rob and there's Scott of Longview Compute. Shout out to all the creators in the house. Man, it's so good to have creators in the house watching the show. Shout out to you, Doc. Real dropping some knowledge. Let's go. Hit the like, everyone. What's up, 1776 free the tech? What's up, D Curry in the house? Hey, good people. OCC ready to pounce too. I got my military bucks a few months ago and it was awesome. See, there it is. Thank you for confirming that, Doc. Because Donald Trump, he just said, hey, I'm doing it, sent the money out. So yeah, why couldn't he do the same thing with Clarity? Like let's get it done, Donnie. Bloopity bloop, D Curry, what it do? Yes. Let's go to Thailand. He's trying to get us to have the meetup in Thailand over here. Thailand implements a 0 personal income tax on capital gains from cryptocurrency and Bitcoin for 5 years. So we can have that meetup in Thailand, go cash out legally, right? With 0 capital gains tax. Maybe, see what's going on with the Thai ladies. I know I love Thai food, right? I love myself some Thai food. And that's not an innuendo. I really do love Thai food, like actual Thai food. But, yeah, so it'd be nice to have a little meetup in Thailand there. Thai food.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? Rue, you saying you like Thai food, huh? Interesting. Shout out 1776 free the tech. Let's go. Freedom, baby. Fire from Detroit 313. I moved back to the U.S. from Thailand last year. Lived there off and on for 26 years. The place is a riot, indeed. And I definitely check out some of the, some of the bros content, like the Passport Bros and different things like that. How cheap it is to live in Thailand. and how much like some of these apartments and things are over there, very, very cheap. So Thailand is very interesting. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Digital nomad investor, me too. I was in Bangkok at first, and then Jomtien for the last 12 years. I hope I said that right. Digital asset investor. I moved back after the election. I was in Jomtien and Pratonnak Hill. Okay, so we got some information on Thailand here. Brothers are telling you some of the best spots to live in Thailand here. That isn't what it used to be for sure. Yeah, that changed after the smartphone hit Isan. So smartphones have ruined the game in Thailand, it seems here. I used to say Hamtramck, Coney Street, Josacampa. Oh, that was nice. That's a nice area, actually. That's a nice area in Detroit. This is Detroit now we're talking. Western smartphones and Western food, bad news. Hey, Rue, I'm a Telegram girl, but look for you. Didn't seem like your account. You got a link. If you can put a link to the Telegram in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, definitely get the Telegram there, but definitely get the Patreon. Consider the Patreon as well. Digital Nomad Investor XRP. Yeah, Belmont and Botsford, Joseph Campo here. Let's go. So you guys are in the nice area, right? So it was Robinwood and 7 Mile for me, and then the Boston Edison Historical District, which is a very nice area as well. Besides Linwood and some area, the cross streets, but the historical district was very, very nice, very old and beautiful homes in Detroit, and that's where I did most of my growing up after moving to the west side. Invest Doc criminally underviewed. I think it's because that's the first time I talked about near. Okay, gotcha, Doc. But yeah, you guys definitely need to go check that out on Doc's channel, because we went real good, and it was a really put together well show, right? Where we talked about near on Doc's channel here. As my mouse just refuses to be nice to me, but here we are, bullish on near. There we go. And let's continue on here. Fam, come through the Ruse Telegram. Thank you for the link, E. Born on 7 Mile in Gratiot. There we go. Like I think my sister still stays over near that area, 7 Mile in Gratiot. That, man, you give me flashbacks about my city out here. Yep. New Bern Street here. Yeah, and Detroit is a huge city, guys. Like I saw it put somewhere that Detroit, as far as like the city and how far it stretches, bigger than Chicago. Even though we have less people, the actual size of the city of Detroit is huge. We got 2 cities inside of it, like Hamtramck and another city. I can't remember what. Hamtramck and I think East Detroit is inside the city of Detroit. There's at least 2 cities in there, right? But nice little long show today. Highland Park, that's the other city that's inside of it. Highland Park, that's right. Nice long show today. If you made it to the end, put Pact in the comments. Once the live show ends, it'll help spread the show around. And thank you guys so much for coming through. I'm out. Probably going to get some pasta since we mentioned lasagna today. But I'm out, guys. Peace. Oh, and thank you for subscribing to the Patreon, streaming online. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm out, guys. Peace.